They said this would never happen. A 40-year Liberal insider just walked away and asked to join One Nation. She calls it a slow collapse from within, not a sudden break. Now she warns, more could follow. If she's out, who's next in line to leave the system behind?
Well, some it already did. It's also...
What's your take on this heated exchange? Who made the strongest point? Drop your thoughts in the comments and join the conversation below.
One Nation has hit the coalition again by recruiting two prominent Liberal women. Former Liberal Senator Holly Hughes, who'd been dumped from a winnable position on the Coalition's New South Wales Senate ticket, and also former Federal Liberal Vice President Tina McQueen, who joins me now. Tina, great to see you again. Listen, you have been a Liberal Party member for, am I allowed to say, some 40 years?
Yes, I have.
Joined as a little girl, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
Why have you now quit and joined One Nation?
Andrew, well, look, this isn't something that's happened recently. I've given this a lot of thought over 12, 18 months. I think the demise of the Liberal Party set in when Tony Abbott lost his prime ministership. The left had been creeping in. I tried so very hard, 10 years on federal executive where I was bashing my head against a wall. And I came to the conclusion, looking at my two grandchildren and the state of the country, that I really wanted to help One Nation. I wasn't recruited. It was my choice. I asked to join. I spoke with Pauline and told her my thoughts, and we went from there.
But the timing, didn't Opposition Leader Angus Taylor last Thursday give, well, at least in my opinion, a pretty strong budget in reply? I mean, he promised to slash immigration, promised to abolish bracket creep, that was a very big thing, and promising to scrap net zero schemes. I mean, what would you be objecting to that?
Well, we shouldn't have had the net zero schemes in the first place, and, promises, let him try and carry through with that. I saw him today, trying desperately to put arguments across, but alongside him was Jane Hume and Andrew Bragg, two very left people of the party, and that concerns me. No matter what Angus wants to do, and I have no doubt he wants to do the right thing, he'll be held back and halted by that left of the party that has always been the problem.
Now, what's been the reaction from other Liberals to your defection? Is it anger that you've jumped ship?
No, I thought there would have been, Andrew. I'm very surprised. I've had over 150 messages, but because I've been a Conservative warrior for 30 years or more, people know where I stand. A bit like Pauline, I haven't changed my view in all those years. I fought constantly for the Conservative side of the party. It's been incredibly supportive, very supportive. I haven't had one negative comment yet, so that was surprising. I did expect to be bashed up a little bit, but I haven't been yet.
Do you think you two will be the last?
No.
Got any tips?
No, I don't have any tips, but I think the frustration and anger is building. I mean, Angus didn't give a bad reply, but it should have been a death adder attack. I mean, look at this government. Angus should have taken them out. I just didn't see the passion and the fury that that I'm feeling out there in every electorate, Andrew.
Now, Holly Hughes tells me she's prepared to stand for election as a One Nation candidate, provided the party, the members and all that want that. What about you?
Oh, it's the same thing, Andrew. I mean, it's a democracy in One Nation. The One Nation members will decide. I'm happy to help Pauline and the One Nation Party in whatever role they see fit. I'd seriously consider standing. I feel that passionate about it. But again, it's up to the members, and I'd certainly abide by their decision. I'm just here to do whatever I can to help One Nation grow and get over the line.
Well, what do you think you and Holly have to offer One Nation? How is One Nation stronger with you two on board?
I think years of experience of dealing with candidates, of fundraising, policy. We have a wealth of knowledge between us, particularly me, having sat on a federal executive for so long. So I can certainly help in the mechanics of the party as well. I think I can be an asset in that role for Pauline and her party.
And if you did offer yourself for election, where would you stand?
Oh, Andrew, I don't want to give too much away just yet.
This is exactly how political realignment begins. One nation isn't just gaining support, it's pulling longtime liberal veterans who spent 40 years inside the system and are now walking away saying the party is beyond repair. She didn't say this was sudden. She didn't say it was emotional chaos. She said it was a slow collapse she watched for over a decade. And that line about Tony Abbott, that's where the entire argument shifts. Because in her framing, that's the moment the Liberal Party started losing control of its own identity. Then comes the real signal. She claims she wasn't recruited. She asked to join. That changes everything. Because this is no longer a party defection story. It becomes a voluntary ideological migration happening at the highest level of political experience. And while the interviewer tries to push policy questions, net zero, immigration, leadership, her response is consistent. The problem isn't policy disagreements, it's internal ideological capture. That's the accusation underneath every answer she gives. Then look at the reaction detail. Over 150 messages, no backlash, only support. Whether that's fully verifiable or not, the narrative effect is the same. It creates the impression of a silent internal fracture inside the liberal base. And the most important moment isn't policy at all. It's when she says more could follow. Because that turns this from an isolated defection into a potential chain reaction scenario inside the conservative political ecosystem. And One Nation understands exactly what this represents. Not just experience, not just fundraising, but legitimacy. Former insiders now publicly validating the idea that the political center has already shifted. So the question this clip really leaves behind is not about Tina McQueen. It's about this. If a 40-year liberal veteran is now openly saying, "I asked to join," how many others are already thinking the same thing in silence?